Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing an update on Shop My Stash products from last month, and then I'm going to be picking out the last round for the year of the Shop My Stash products, so that's kind of exciting. But what I do for my Shop My Stashes is, so last month I picked out products, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little mini reviews on them while I apply them, and then I'll pick up my ones for next month. So I'm going to get started with the primer that I used. For a pore filling primer for my T-zone, I picked out the Tarte, what is this called? Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm. And then I also had the Tatcha primer. And I just wanted to see what the similarities between these were. And I have to say, in terms of performance, they are pretty similar. I think that this Tarte one has a little less possibility of pilling to it because of the consistency, but I think that they both fill the pores, and I think they both wear nice throughout the day. I want to say when I purchased this one, I looked up the cost per ounce compared to the Tatcha one, and I think because this was on sale, it was cheaper. But I almost want to say that the Tatcha one is cheaper price per ounce. So you just have to check those price per ounces when you're purchasing, because even though it's more expensive, I think it has a lot more product in it. I don't remember for sure, but I know that I got this one on sale. So, and then for the rest of my face primer, I like to use a little thinner one with just a tacky consistency to it. So I had the spackle one. This was also in my project pan, and I finished it up. Definitely I would repurchase this. I'm not going to because of how many primers I have, but this is I like this product and I would repurchase it. And the other one that I had was the Photo Finish Primerizer from Smashbox, and I actually do have a full-size bottle of this one, and these two perform very similarly, and I like them both. So they're just more of a liquidy, lightweight, tacky consistency to hold your foundation but not be heavy on your face, because I don't need a pore filling primer on my whole face. For concealer, I was still using my CoverGirl Clean Invisible because I wanted to try to use that up, and then I pulled up the Julep Cushion Concealer. So when I used this one, I would definitely not repurchase this concealer. I don't really love it, and I have to do this one eye by eye. So I can't do like my eyes and then blend it and set it. I have to do it eye by eye. So what I've been doing, this one is a little lighter. The Julep one is a little darker because that CoverGirl one is too light for me right now. And then I blend it out. The CoverGirl one, like, it sets so fast and it doesn't smooth out very well. And the Julep one it's okay. I wouldn't repurchase it. It's just okay. It's an okay concealer. I think there's a lot of less expensive ones that work better than that one, and it doesn't crease or anything though. So I had brought forward my Becca Hydra Mist setting powder. I don't really like that for under the eyes, so I've actually just went back to my Urban Decay Velvetizer to use under the eyes. I feel like that one creates a little bit of cakiness when it's used under the eyes. And that's the other thing with this CoverGirl one, is you also have to set it right away or that one will crease. Okay, for the face, I had pulled up a couple products. I had the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo, and I had the Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This one, after being in two year-long project pans, it is done, and I feel like that says something about my feelings about the product, because it doesn't usually take me that long to go through a foundation. It's just too thick. It is just too thick for me. It does have good coverage, but it's too thick, and I feel like it separates too much. And then this liquid camo one, I kind of feel like it's the same, so I have been combining it with the Urban Decay Stay Naked one. I got that with my Ulta Rewards points, and I don't know. I've used the Stay Naked one on its own some. I got it because of the amazing reviews that it had, and I am just not seeing the same kind of things that other people were seeing. I feel like it does separate around the nose. I do think you can build it up to get some good coverage. I will say this, that when so like you saw, I put it on my hands first and put it evenly around the face, and I feel like that helps me get a more even coverage. And then I go in with my beauty blender, and I do think that it has good staying power around most of the face. I have to use a cleansing balm to clean it off my hands. I can't just go in with soap and water, or I'll still have that residue, foundation residue on my hands. So it does have, I mean, it does stay. But I feel like around my pore area, I just feel like it kind of, I guess, settles into the pores so you can see the pores still. And that is one of my least favorite things about foundation. And I have finally found a few where it doesn't do that. So I would not repurchase this. I will use it up. It's not a terrible foundation, but I would not repurchase it. So then for this one, I've been using the Becca what is this called? Hydra Mist powder. Woo! And I do like this for setting the face. I feel like it gives a good blurred look to it. So I just use it to set my T-zone. If you've got a foundation that is already settled into the pores, I don't feel like this powder helps that out at all. It doesn't make it worse by any means. I was using, whoa, I look really white compared to my neck right now. My foundations are usually a shade lighter because I get really light in the winter. So in the summer, I just use more bronzer to color it up. I've just been using my same bronzers that I had been using, the butter bronzer, which I'm trying to get rid of the entire thing this year, and then this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This actually has gotten a pretty good dip in it, which I didn't think I would get in there this year. I like both of these bronzers. I would repurchase both of the bronzers. I think they blend really nice into the skin. I mean, how much can you really say about how much you like about a bronzer? I think really the only way I wouldn't like a bronzer is if the color tone was just really off or it didn't blend very well. And I mean, yeah. Geez, I feel like I can like taste the chocolate as I'm blending that out. Why do I look so white? Oh my gosh, guys, I am so excited. So we are getting new phones, and I think I'm gonna go with a Note. The Galaxy Note. So we have Galaxy S8s right now. So they're up to the Galaxy S10 and the Note 10. So we were talking to the guy at Best Buy, and he was talking about the quality of the Note for like video and camera and how much better it is than even the S10, which is way better than the S8. So I'm like, maybe I can film on that. And he said that like how it filters the light is so much better. So I thought maybe that would really help with like my lighting and brightness kind of that I get on here. So we are going to be getting those. We probably already had it by the time that you see this video. We're going to get them the week of Black Friday because he said there's always a really good sale that week. So we thought we'll just wait till there. For blushes, I have the Urban Decay Bittersweet one. I love this blush. It is a purple blush. And it is so beautiful. It doesn't go on looking like that. It's just like it just has a little bit of a purple tone to it. I just think it's so pretty. I've had this blush for years. I don't know, probably at least 3 years, and I just really like it. It's probably one of my like top blush shades ever. And then I had the Juvia's Place blush as well, and I feel like my girls may have been playing with my Shop My Stash products because I couldn't find that one, and I couldn't find my Tatcha primer either. The Juvia's Place one, I love that as well. You have to go very light-handed on that because it is very pigmented. And for highlighters, I had my Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan 41. Love this highlighter. I feel like this gives a more, I want to say, like, natural, shiny, like really pretty, shiny, natural highlighter. Not so natural, but more natural than some of the other ones. And then I also picked up the Vanessa's Vanity in Electricity. This is not my favorite highlighter. I think it is a bit, just the color, the shift is too green for me, maybe, is what I want to say. I don't know if you can see the shift or not it's too yellowy green. It would be a really pretty inner corner highlight. It's just not the right highlight for my face. Do you see it? It's definitely a very, very shiny, bright, non-glittery, iridescent highlighter. So if you love that, you will love this. I really like the formula. This color is just not my color. It's electricity. So next we've got brows. And I had pulled up the e.l.f. eyebrow kit because it had that pomade in it I was going to use. The Clinique brow powder and the Essence Make Me Brow. So I'm going to start with talking about this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I would not repurchase it. The waxy pomade stuff is like so hard-ish. I don't know if it's because it's old or this just wasn't a very good product. Maybe the powder isn't that bad. I just kind of stopped using it because the wax part that was in it. So I wouldn't repurchase that. And instead I have been using my Bravo conditioning primer. I do really like this product. I do have one in my backup stash for when this one is done. But this one just kind of, well, it's supposed to be conditioning. I don't know if it does that or not, but I think it does help give the brow product that you use a little something to stick to, and it acts as kind of a pomade waxy thing without showing up too waxy. So I just really like this. And then I am going to use the powder for today. I have not been liking this Clinique brow powder like I remember liking it. But I just kind of used it to fill in there, and using that Bravo helped to give it something to kind of adhere to. So the combination of these two products kind of gives a more natural look to the brows. It just helps to fill in any sparse areas. I like a natural look to the brows, but not this incredibly natural. So the thing about this is this powder builds up on this brush really fast, so it's already making it hard to pick up more product and deposit it. So then I also have been using the Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. And the thing about this one, like, you have to be really gentle when you're using it, and I'll show you why. Is the spoolie bristles are so close to the wand that it makes it hard to not get, like, deposit so much that it looks, cakey's not the word, but that's the only word I can think of. So you just have to be, like, really gentle when you're applying it, and if you are, it looks pretty good. The thing for me is when I'm using one of these, it's typically because I'm in a hurry. I just want to get my brows done. NYX has a really good one. What is the one? Is it Gimme Brow? No. What is the one? The Benefit one is a really good one as well. They're smaller ones. They're really easy to apply when you're kind of in a hurry. So there are the brows. They definitely have a more natural look with them using the products that I use today. And I'm probably going to end up decluttering these two, which makes me kind of sad because there's so much product still in them, and I get so sad when I don't use a full product up, or at least close to it. It's like I can feel the money flushing down the toilet. You would think I would stop buying so many products, but that's not going to happen. For eyeshadow primer, I had the Painterly Pot from MAC. This could possibly be my favorite eyeshadow primer. I love that, like, because it's in a pot, I can pick up the perfect amount that I want on my finger. And applying it with a finger, and it just makes it really easy to apply it. It covers up those veiny lines. I just really like it. The other one that I had was the ABH eyeshadow primer, and I'm really glad I got the mini size of this because it's not my favorite. It actually, you know what, I'm going to put it on the other eye so I can show you what it does. It creases into, so I don't set my eyeshadow primers because that's what my eyeshadow is for, and I feel like setting the eyelids, setting your eyeshadow primer kind of, it puts that first layer of powder down, so it's gonna mute your eyeshadows a bit if you're using bright, colorful shadows. Now, if you're using neutral shadows, I think setting your eyeshadow primer is a good idea because it's gonna help those neutrals. Like if you're just doing a very neutral, calm look, I think setting it is a good idea because that just kind of goes along with the neutral, calm look and blending those shadows together. Now, this one has good coverage, but it's kind of thin, like in consistency. And also the color of it, because it's very white, makes it a little harder to blend in. But the consistency of it makes it so that it creases. You know what, let me go over the rest of this stuff because then I'm going to do a video with my eyeshadow and then come back and pick out new products for the next Shop My Stash. I'm going to be filming with the Nabla Secret palette. This is one of my newer palettes, and I'm loving it, but I have not yet filmed with it. So let me talk about the rest of the Shop My Stash products that I had. I had the Ardell 120 Natural Lashes, and I pulled them up because it was just getting, like, they're done. They're done. There is now, like, cleaning them, it's beyond cleaning. I guarantee you I have used those more than 20 times. I have been using them since last winter. I absolutely love them. They are probably one of my favorite lashes, but they're just getting hard to clean now and they just don't look as nice, so I think I'm done with those now. And then for mascaras, I was using the Clinique High Impact Mascara and primer. I love this mascara and primer combo. I think it gives really long volumizing lashes. And I have also been using the Tarte Big Ego mascara, and I don't hate it. This is this and the L'Oreal, what is that L'Oreal one that everyone loves? Lash Paradise are the two that I'm really reaching for right now. And not because it's in my Shop My Stash, because I want to wear it. So that definitely says something about a mascara because it takes a lot to be the one that I reach for. It gives length and volume, and I do like it. I do 2 coats when I apply this one. So I will put one of those on when I do my eyeshadow look. But that is everything from that Shop My Stash. So I'm going to go ahead and film this eye look, and then I'm going to be back to pick out new products for the last Shop My Stash of the year. Alright, I'm back with my eye look done. I did use my Tarte Big Ego mascara today and my lash doubling primer, and these make a really good combo. I think my lashes look really good today. And then on my lip, I put on the ABH American Doll liquid lipstick. I think that was all I did, right? So I've kind of been thinking about this last one. And I have got a lot of things in my project pan that I want to use up. So the majority of these products are probably going to be for my project pan. So I'm not going to turn you guys this time to look at my desk with things. I'm going to go through my project pan items I want in this Shop My Stash. And then I'll pick out products that I don't have in my project pan that I still need in my Shop My Stash. And I'm kind of thinking for this one, I'm going to pick out some products from my recent subscription boxes that I have been wanting to try a little bit more of but haven't. For primer, I do need to pick out a primer to pull forward. I've got the Cover FX blurring primer. This one, it's like, come on, just get over it. This is in my project pan, and then I'm gonna I've been trying to use up this Stay Flawless 15-hour primer. It's not in a project pan, but I've been trying to use this up. I do not foresee that I will need any other primer than these two for my T-zone area for the remainder of this year. So those are the only 2 like blurring primers I'm going to have. Then I've got my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is in a project pan. It is almost done, and I do need to pull forward one other face primer. You know what? I'm going to do this Hangover Too Faced one. I have never tried this. I'm not really sure where I got this sample at. You can't even see that. Here it is. I have never tried this one, but I've always wanted to, and I just got it in a sample for something recently. I don't remember what, but that's going to be my other kind of more dewy liquidy primer that I pull forward. I have not used this very much. I'm going to pull forward some stick foundations. I haven't used very many of them, so I've got the L'Oreal Infallible one. What do I have here? And I've got this Makeup Revolution one. This is all that I've left in it. My daughter destroyed the entire stick before I could even use it, but I have a feeling that it goes a little deeper into there, so I'll get some use out of those. So I'm going to try these stick foundations in this Shop My Stash. And then if we go on to setting powder, I've got the Urban Decay Velvetizer. This is still in my project pan. I think it's in, is it in a mini project pan? It's either in my mini one or my full one. Should really blend those together. I think for the final one, they are going to be blended together because, yeah. We'll just go over everything that has been project panned for the year in the final one. And then I already know what I want to pull forward for this. I'm going to pull out the Coty one. I have had this for a long time. I am not a fan of the smell, so I never really checked out the formula of it. So I'm going to pull this one forward to check on the formula of it. I also have already my Bare Minerals one. This is in a project pan. This was in a project pan, but I don't know that I'm going to use it up. There's still quite a bit left in it. It's like this full here. So I'm going to keep that one in there, and then I'm going to keep my Smashbox one in there. This is also, guys, this was in a project pan last year, and I still have not panned it. So it's going to stay in my project pan and my current Shop My Stash. I am still trying to use up this Collab concealer. I don't know. I still don't see any kind, I don't know if you guys can see, like it goes all the way down and I still don't see any kind of packaging at the bottom. Like it's completely covered in concealer. And then for under eye concealer, I'm keeping my CoverGirl one in there because I'm trying to use that one up. And then I do need to pull one more forward for concealer. We'll do that one, the L'Oreal Infallible, because a lot of these other ones are very light. And this one is very light, so I need to have something with a little more depth to it. So I'm going to pull forward this one right here. Moving on to blush and bronzers. First, I'm going to go through the things that I'm keeping in here that are in my project pan. So I've got this Butter Blush. The purpose of this one was to see how long it took to hit pan on a blush. I have done that. And I'm going to keep it in here to use, but I'm not trying to pan it anymore. It's just still in here because it's in my project pan. And I have two bronzers. I have my Butter Bronzer that I am still trying to finish up for the year. So this is probably going to be the one that I'm using almost every day. And I still have my Too Faced one in here just if I need a little more depth than the Butter Bronzer could give me. And for a highlighter, this is pretty much the only highlighter I'm going to be using for the rest of the year. My goal was to hit pan on this year. It is the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. It is just a perfect shade of highlighter. I think it would work for a lot of skin tones. And I'm getting a dip in there, but it's like, what's going on? I think if I have any chance of hitting pan in this highlighter, I'm going to have to continue to just use this one for the rest of the year. So that is going to be a challenge for me because I love just using different highlighters, but I've got to stick to that one. I have got to stick to that one. And then for new ones that I'm pulling forward, if you guys saw my BoxyCharm unboxing, I got this Natasha Denona, the premium one, Denona palette in the Blush and Glow palette in Bloom, and I need to play a little bit more with these. I use the brushes that we got in the BoxyCharm premium box, and they're no good. In my opinion, I really don't like them. So I'm going to just try some different ways of using these because those brushes were definitely not the right way to use these products. So I'm putting that in my Shop My Stash for that reason. I've also got my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette that I'm going to put in my Shop My Stash. I just got this last week and I was like underwhelmed for the price that it was. So I'm just going to use it a little more and play with it and see what I think about it after using it a little more consistently. Yes, this is totally the box because I just had it right here, and it's not right here anymore. Like, I literally just had it. The palette. Like, how does that happen? Does that happen to anyone else? It happens to me all the time. Next, for brow products, I am going to be using, well, first I've got 2 Project Pan items. I've got the Bravo Conditioning Primer, and I've got my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Let me show you guys how much is left of that. So that'll be gone soon. So these 2 are in my Shop My Stash. But then I also got a couple new products. I got this Mellow Tinted Brow Gel in my, was it October? I think it was October BoxyCharm box. So I'm going to give that a try. I've used it a few times and I'm just not decided on what I think of it yet. So I'm putting that in my BoxyCharm, So I'm putting that in my Shop My Stash, and then I got this brow styler from Benefit. I did redeem this with my points. So I'm going to put this in it here so I can use this as well. This is the one that has got the powder end and then the waxy colored tip on the other end. So these 2 are in my Shop My Stash. I'm not putting any mascaras in this time because I'm getting ready to film a mascara swap out, so you'll see what new mascaras I'm going to be using in there. So for eyeshadow primer, I think I'm just going to pull forward my Sigma eyeshadow base. I got this and I've used it a few times, but not really consistency to see what I really think about it consistently. This is in Ignite, and I'm going to keep my MAC Painterly pot in there. I just used this in my Shop My Stash and I'm just really, really liking it. So I'm going to keep that one in there as well. Okay, so this is kind of fun. So this, yeah, can we see it all? This is everything in, can I get it all in there? All right, so this is everything in this Shop My Stash. So I'll probably film an update to this in about a month, and we'll see how I like some of these new products that I'm giving a try and how far along I am on these Project Pan items. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Shop My Stash update and new products. Be sure you've got your notifications bell on. I've got a giveaway either coming up this week or it already started. If it already started, I'm going to link it up here, but it's my I'm Thankful For You Guys giveaway, which will be a yearly tradition here because I am so grateful for all of you. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!